I'm out here on the hottest day of the year. It's over 100 degrees outside Fahrenheit to smoke 8 pork butts on the offset smoker. Why? Well, 4th of July is coming up in a couple of days. My sister's got a big cookout that she does, and I'm doing the pulled pork this year. It's not enough just to have one smoker in this heat. We're gonna do it using 2 smokers. The first step is to get a little layer of charcoal down here. And I'm gonna use 2 different kinds of smoking wood. This is post oak, which I'm gonna use primarily for building up a coal bed and for maintaining heat. And then first couple hours while I'm going low and slow, I'm gonna be adding some mesquite to give it a heavier smoke flavor. And the way I started off, just a little bed of briquettes, you don't need too much. And I'm gonna put 1 full 16-inch split right over top. And while that starts to do its thing, let's go inside and season up these pork butts. Here we go, guys. So I said there's 8 of them. From what I've seen, I haven't looked in all of the bags yet, but these are about 4 to 5 pounds each. I like doing the smaller roasts because you get more surface area, more bark than you would if you did 2 or 3, full shoulders. I take a disposable pan, dump in a whole container of rub. No need to do more than 1 at a time. And then I just roll the roast around in here. It is not efficient to try and sprinkle 8 of these and just make an absolute mess of the kitchen. I'll do 1 at a time, coat it just like you see here. And then ideally, I would let these sit even overnight in the refrigerator with the seasoning on to let it work its way in. I just don't have the space to do that. So these are going right in the smoker. And I'm gonna take them outside one by one because I don't have a huge area to stage all of this. Smoker's still coming up to temperature. We're at about 175 Fahrenheit, doesn't really matter. We're just gonna get these in. I'm gonna start from the top down. We'll probably just use these top 2 racks. I like to put them at the top because all the smoke, there's really nice airflow in this smoker. All that smoke kind of accumulates at the top and then goes out, right? So I want to get as much smoke on them as I can. We'll just go back left. And now we repeat 7 more times. And you may be watching this and thinking, well, I don't have an offset smoker. What should I do if I have a horizontal pellet smoker? Same thing, guys. It doesn't really change anything. And I'm leaving all of the fat cap on. One of the best things people like about barbecue is the smoke, the saltiness, and the rendered fat. So we're gonna make sure this piece sits right on top and melts down into it. Okay, I'm 5 of those pork butt shoulder pieces in, and I've just gone through the first container of rub, pretty much. This is all that's left. And so 1 of these did basically 5. And I've got 3 more to go, so I'll just put in about 3/4 of this. All right, so 5 up there. We'll do 3 right here. And then we close it up and let the smoker do its job. See, it's simple. If you have a pellet smoker, your job is pretty much done. Just don't run out of pellets. And if you have an offset smoker, your job is just now beginning. So your number 1 job is to not let this fire go out. If you lose your coal bed, it's a big pain in the butt to get it going again. Not, the end of the world, but it's better if you don't let that happen. So you can see my post oak log is down to ash. I've added 2 small pieces of mesquite, and those probably only have about 10 minutes of life left in them. So I want to get ahead of the curve, and we'll go ahead and put in another piece of post oak. And I know some of you are probably thinking, but Mike, you said you were going to use 2 smokers. And that's true, just not at the same time. So we're gonna get them started over there in the offset. I'm gonna take them up to about 165 degrees Fahrenheit internal. Then we're gonna move them over to the pellet smoker overnight so that I can get some sleep. And so that's my hybrid approach. So what I'm gonna do is repeat that process. I don't wanna let the fire go out. So for this offset smoker at this time of the year, with this amount of meat, that means probably every half hour I'm gonna have to come out and refuel the fire. I'm not even at 200 degrees now. I'm at about 175 Fahrenheit, and I'm gonna stay there probably for another hour or two. And then I will gradually take it up to 225. That's as high as I wanna go in this smoker today. So we're gonna do eventually 225 max smoker temperature until I reach 165 internal on the pork, or whenever I decide I wanna go to bed, whichever comes first. Then we move it over to the pellet smoker. Make sense? All right, guys, we're about 4 hours into this cook. Things have been just slow and steady. Let's see if we can focus here. About 200 degrees. That's where it's been the last couple hours. By the way, if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share this with someone else who will like the video. Here we go, firebox. I'm always trying to stay ahead of the curve, so I don't want the fire to go out, and my coal bed is getting kind of low. I've got good smoke going, but we're gonna add another piece of mesquite. Just toss that right in like so. Close this. I do adjust from time to time the damper. Right now we're going to open it a little bit just because. And now we will take a look at the smoked pork. It's looking mighty fine, folks. So we're just going to keep her rolling. The next time you see me will be a couple hours from now, when I put it in the pellet smoker. And for that, I'm gonna be using this Smoky Woods Feast Blend. Cherry, apple, hickory. And we'll load it up in the hopper. I'll get these grates cleaned off, get her plugged in and ready to go. But I like how things are coming along. It's beautiful. All right, it's been 6 hours. I've been out here in the 100-degree Fahrenheit ambient temperature outside. I've got the smokers rolling, all to create some content for you. Now, all of the pork butts have reached 165 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. They're all in the same ballpark. They were all about the same size, so they all finished at about the same time. Now I've taken them out of the offset smoker and I've put them in the pellet smoker. I'm running this pit at 215 degrees Fahrenheit because I don't want this pork to ever get over 210, and these things, you know, bounce around a little bit. So here they are. What I want you to notice first is on this Ironwood 885, I can fit 8, maybe 9 max of this size pork butt. And what I've done is I've taken the side that was down facing the fire and the offset, and now it's facing up because all that heat is coming from underneath. And if I can prevent it, I don't want to build a skin that you can't eat around this. So these are all facing up. They used to be facing down. They have great color. They're all between 165 degrees Fahrenheit and about 180 degrees Fahrenheit, the smaller ones. And I'm gonna put a probe in the smallest one and set an alarm that will wake me up when it hits about 205. All right. Once that one hits 205, I'm going to take it off and let it rest. And then I'll keep waking up throughout the night, taking them off as they hit the temperatures, and we'll let them rest. All right, it's the next morning, so let me tell you what happened overnight. I went to bed around 10:30 p.m., got up at 12:30, took off the first pork butt, put it in the kitchen, loosely covered with foil, and 2 hours later, I was able to shred it. I used bear claws in my hands. I do like to use my hands because I can get in there, pull out any kind of fat that's not going to be edible, feel around for cartilage or bone, anything like that. And now my sister is on her way over to pick this up, and I'm going to give her some basic, easy to follow instructions for reheating it, which is one of the most asked questions I get on this channel.
How do we reheat this?
All right, so you guys have a slow cooker, right?
Yes.
All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take these out of the pan. If you want to get crazy, put a stick of butter at the bottom of the pan, and that'll give it a buttery texture, help it keep from drying out a little bit. And then as it starts to reheat, you're going to add the sauce. Do you have the sauce?
Yes.
Where is it? Oh. So this is Cosmo's Q. Like really good stuff. I doubt it.
Okay.
So use as much or as little as you like. I like to just add a little bit at a time.
Okay.
Until you get the consistency that you like. And then this is the rub that I put on there to begin with.
Okay.
If you want to add, if it doesn't taste quite right, you can add a little more as you go.
Okay.
So you can customize it however you want.
I have a question.
Yep.
So if we are going to choose to just sauce half of it, what's the best way to do the unsauced? Just still keep the butter?
Butter.
And then
Maybe a little bit of the rub on there. And then just keep the sauce on the side if somebody wants to do that. But last year we put a pan with no sauce and nobody ate it. So
Really? See, I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Thanks for jogging my memory on that. I couldn't remember if anyone, because that's what I was thinking, like maybe people are going to want their own sauce, but maybe that's also just a pain in the ass for people too, like just take what's already prepped.
Well, exactly. Normally I would keep the sauce on the side in a squeeze bottle.
Yeah.
But how much room do you have? There's stuff everywhere. You know, so people just want to scoop it on a bun and
keep
go.
moving. Nope, I actually have one. Yeah.
Hey, Laura. So that's it.
Okay.
See you guys tomorrow. I would start heating it up like 2 hours before you need it.
Okay. Cool.
It'll take a while.
Yeah.
All right, so that's how you smoke 8 pork butts using the hybrid approach. Subscribe. Stop freeloading. The algorithm says like 80% of you who watch aren't even subscribed. Like the video, comment, and we'll see you on the next one.